Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, Avi's barber, located at Tui and Melvina, and I want to welcome you to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hello, my name is Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. I'm not only into cutting your hair, but I'm into cutting your taxes.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson, and welcome to the Northtown News Magazine.
Come on, baby, don't you wanna go? Come on, baby, don't you wanna go?
Hi, I'm Marty Levinson. Welcome to the Northtown News Magazine show with the greatest cameraman around, Sonny Hirsch, and your host, Avi Myers. I did that good. Only one so far.
Thank you, Marty. Avi Myers, Northtown Neighborhood News Magazine, a presentation of Sonny Hirsch and myself. Dial us up on the web at www.ntnm.org, where 250,000 of you have watched shows. We want to thank you very much. Community policing, we're very big on that, caps24.org. Community policing is alive and well in the 24th District. Keep in mind, National Night Out is coming Tuesday, August 6th, a chance for the police and the community to participate with each other. In my particular beat, National Night Out is going to be over at Warren Park, Tuesday, August 6th at 6 o'clock. In Sonny's beat, who's the chairman of the District Advisory Committee of the 24th District, it's going to be at Greenbrier Park, approximately 6 o'clock, lasting till about 7:30. It is a pleasure to introduce you to somebody I had the pleasure of meeting for the first time at the Greater Chicago Jewish Fest last summer, and somebody who knows her stuff when it comes to the state and politics and financial stuff and all the rest of it, Danielle Rowe. Danielle, how you doing?
Hi, Avi. Thank you for having me.
First of all, my pleasure. Thank you. And you are officially the executive director of the Illinois Opportunity Project?
Executive Director of Advocacy and Outreach. I do consulting for them. They're a great organization that helps engage and connect and educate activists like myself who either want to run for office or that actually have a desire to help in this political landscape in Illinois.
Very nice. And, do you have plans to run for office in the near future?
Not this cycle, no. I have plans to continue to help move activists and work on continuing through the summer session, pushing legislators to focus on what's really important in Illinois, pension reform, Medicaid, things that they didn't finish up in the spring session. So hopefully through this special session that they're calling on June 19th for pensions, and then when they get back into the fall, they'll be very educated and ready to really make some good decisions on behalf of Illinois taxpayers.
Anyway, so no, there's no question, they really failed big time. And it's funny too, because they have a veto-proof majority in the House and the Senate. They've got a governor, we're talking about the Democrats, and they couldn't get anything passed.
Well, a lot of that is due to the fact that there's one politician in Springfield that gets to call the shots, and that's Michael Madigan.
Ah, evil Mike. Yes, I know him.
Well, I'm not sure if I can take on the fact that he's actually evil, but I do know that he is someone that has a great amount of power and responsibility to the taxpayers of Illinois, and he needs to exercise that with helping us get the reforms that we need in pensions and the Medicaid and stopping the runaway spending.
Well, it would be nice, and the truth of the matter is, if he decides, it's going to happen. But he has to decide. That's true.
That seems to be the trend in Springfield in the General Assembly.
Yeah, no, it's been that way for a very long time. It's interesting because one of the most fearless politicians I know told me he is deathly afraid of Mike Madigan. And he said, have you ever looked at his eyes? He said his eyes show no emotion. They're just stone cold hard.
Well, I haven't met Mike Madigan yet, but I do know of a legislator out there who has, a freshman legislator, has taken the fight on in the General Assembly to Michael Madigan and those who are not willing to actually just say what is common sense and the right thing to do, and that's Jeannie Ives, our state representative out of Wheaton.
Oh, I'm a Facebook friend with her.
Yeah, she is out there and she is fighting the good fight. She was a dynamo during her campaign in the primary, and she continued to keep the promises that she made to fight on behalf of the taxpayer.
Yeah, no, I've been reading her stuff and I like it very much. It's, some of this stuff is just common sense. And, it's like if you have, like let's say, I use the federal budget as an example because I know the numbers. I don't know exactly the state numbers. But the federal government took in $2.4 trillion last year. They spent $3.8 trillion. So if you're a family and you spent $38,000 on a $24,000 income, you got a problem. And it's about that way in Springfield right now. Right now I believe that the debt alone, the increasing amount of pension debt is something like $21 million a day, which is approximately $750 million a year. And the debt is increasing its way toward, it's approximately $100 billion right now, and some people say it's even higher. Not to mention the fact that our credit rating has been downgraded below that of some third world countries.
Well, and that's what's great about being informed and being able to have a show like this, Avi, is that you get to spread that message and that good content to your listeners and to those that watch. And we want to engage our neighbors in these conversations. Jeannie Ives, she has come out and had a bill with, she's co-sponsored a bill with Representative Morrison. It's HB 3303. It didn't pass in committee. But we were able to get a lot of support for the language that was in that bill, and the Illinois Policy Institute was very helpful in constructing the language in this bill and making sure that it would be a benefit to the taxpayers as well as to those that are in the pension system. And so what we're looking to do is continue to engage our neighbors and let them know that this language can still be on June 19th. This can be voted on, and we can amend a bill that's already passed legislation, or before they closed, we could have. But when Governor Quinn is calling for real pension reform, these are the pension improvements that we want to see. A defined contribution plan opposed to a defined benefit plan. And we do not want to see a funding guarantee. And we want to see a freeze on COLAs. And so between Morrison and Ives working to make sure that they're standing for these reforms and messaging that to their peers in the General Assembly and to the governor, we need to do our part to make sure that this very big topic is communicated to our neighbors in a way that they understand that without doing something, it's costing our families in Illinois $41,000 for each Illinois family.
It's crazy.
Household.
As a matter of fact, one of the guests I'm having on later today, Roger Keats, thought so highly of what the state is doing, he actually moved to Texas.
Yeah.
And he's a former state senator and a good guy. Anyway, I want to mention, you also have like a business on your own. You're not making, what do you do in private sector besides for this?
Well, in the private sector, I work for a rumble strip company. It's a road construction company that puts on the shoulders and the center lines, they cut into the asphalt or the concrete, and when you veer off or you go too close to the middle of the lane, you hear that noise that jars you awake, saves lives. Yeah, they're the oldest, the fastest, and the largest rumble strip company nationwide. And I'm very proud to be a part of their company and help them with their market research.
Cool, you can say their name.
Surface Preparation Technologies.
Okay, very nice. So I wanted to make sure we covered that. And in any event, in terms of the budget and all the rest of it, so, should people be writing their state senators, state representatives? What can people do to help?
That is the best call to action, Avi, is for them to get onto the IllinoisOpportunity.org website and hit our Take Action tab. They get to have a message there that's already scripted that they are able to edit, but it gives them content that makes sense, lets the legislators know exactly what kind of improvements for pensions they support and gives them the ability to bullet point those in a way that articulates to legislators they're serious about what kind of reforms, what kind of pension improvements they're looking for them to vote on and support in this June 19th session. So if they hit illinoisopportunity.org, they can hit the take action. And yes, please, it's very simple to do. Contact your legislators. Emails and phone calls are the most effective way to contact our legislators. For every one person that contacts their legislator, they look at it as, let's say, an estimated amount of 10,000 people feel the same way. So a district, like your state district, is made up of 108,000 constituents. So if you get as a representative, enough support in your district through calls and emails that can show that this is the type of legislation you're supporting or opposing, then they're able to really put that on the table and weigh that down and push back on politicians like Michael Madigan.
Sounds good. If people would like to contact you,
they can. I am on Facebook for Citizens for Danielle Rowe.
yes, you are.
Yep. I'm on Twitter, Danielle, F-O-R-I-L. And I have a website also, danielle4il.com.
Very cool. I want to thank you very much, Danielle Rowe.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for gracing us. And time for segment 2. Thank you.
Thank you.